Hello and welcome to another Ouroboros review. I wanted this review to be a little bit more special, something unique, something that I haven't really seen much on the internet, as well as there is going to be something on this that I'm going to improve, and that will be time travel for you guys because I am going to stop reviewing this, do it, and then continue reviewing this. Yeah, so this is a very special thing. I wanted something from Aliens, but I did not know what. I wanted to get a pulse rifle, but I have the Nerf gun. I wanted a life-sized alien bust, but obviously that cost money, and I couldn't afford all that kind of stuff. So I thought, this is perfect. I'll use my Sideshow awards, and I will get this guy, and I'm really happy with it. It's the Tracker from Aliens, the second Alien movie. It's from HCG, Hollywood, Collectables. I don't know what the G stands for. But this is the M314 Motion Tracker. It is functional, which is so sick. It has a little like readout screen that will play a small video of like the aliens closing in kind of deal. The sound is a little bit off, which is very unfortunate because obviously it just sounds different from the movie, and you know, there's no editing and stuff like that for such a small device. So I'm assuming that it did sound like that, or if there was even sound. But I'm still happy that it works. There's a little screen that lights up and stuff like that, so I'm very happy with that. And there's a few bits and bobs that are articulated, like for example, the little case here can open up, which is really cool. It turns on at the top. There's a small button on the side that works. The actual keypad, the number keypad on the side here, is functional, like you can hear little clicks. It's not functional technology-wise, it doesn't actually work. But the fact that it does click in makes me very happy because, you know, it clicks. Clicking's cool. This is 96 out of 1000. So pretty late edition, but this thing came out in 2018, I think. So this thing's been on the market for a long time, and the top part plate here is very scuffed up, purely because it came with the peelies where you peel it off and it's perfect, sleek and smooth. I didn't want to use it purely because I didn't want to scratch the non-scratched surface yet. It comes with a removable plaque, so you can have this on or off, or you can put it on the side if you want to display it from a different angle, something like that. I like that you can move it around, just because it can be an eyesore. Some collectors that don't like name plaques. I personally don't mind. I prefer it with a name plaque, but at the same time I can understand if you see something and you know what it is, you don't need to have a name plaque. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into the first review of this house. Alright, so this is what it came in. Obviously it came in a box with this inside, but there's no art box, it's just styrofoam with this tape to it, which is just a piece of cardboard, which kind of sucks. Aliens, the motion tracker, and then the information with a small white image of the actual tracker, which is cool, but again, I would prefer a art box of some sort. Not that I display them with art boxes, it's a little cheap in my opinion, but it's okay, it's not too bad. Again, I don't display it, so if you are going to display boxes with your collectibles, this might not be something you might be interested in because it doesn't have one. Regardless, this is what it is. I wanted to go full out. I wasn't going to show this at all, but I thought might as well. Let's get it out here and take a closer look. Alright, here we have it. Nothing too spectacular about the actual base. It's on this nice little black plaque kind of thing. I think the base is a bit too big. I think if they were to place the actual tracker more forward and to the left here, I think it would have been a little bit better. It looks nice. I like the reflective surface. The name plug again is removable. I still haven't taken it out of the plastic. See that it just says Alien M314 Motion Tracker, and it is removable. You can just kind of pull it up, and this is removable too. Just little 4 prongs that go in there. I guess you can use it for cosplay if you want to. I think it's a little bit dear for cosplay, but if it looks real, it's got to be real, right? The clickities. Love the clickities. The tubing you can remove if you really wanted to. This just plugs in with a electric guitar port kind of deal. There's absolutely no weathering on it, which is very unfortunate because it's got to see some action, you know. But I'm not too sure if the Marines used this for this particular mission or if they use it in general. I'm assuming they use it in general because they didn't make a big commotion about, oh, it's new, it's the new motion tracker for this particular thing. yeah, let's get into some of the details. But before we get into it, I just wanted to show you guys this. You push that in, and you can push this top button here, and it releases that same button. No idea what it does, but it's cool that it's functional in some way. So yeah, let's get into some details. So there's another kind of same system on the screen box thing here. You can kind of set it to whatever you want, which is pretty cool. Again, I'm assuming it has something to do with the range or the sensitivity for the tracker, and this can rotate. Usually you would hold, I'll show you how. Yeah, usually you would hold the tracker facing down like this, and the screen will be facing you. And as you saw, there was a slight bit of movement to the actual screen, which is really cool. I wish this was a little bit more fluent, to the point where it'll kind of do that as you move it around. But you'd use the tracker like this and look down on the screen. I'm assuming this here would be the sensor. That's to turn the actual device on right now. But yeah, you can see there's a few knobs and stuff at the bottom, a few lights. You can turn this, and there you can see right through there. I'm assuming that's just some sort of vent. I have no idea where they got these parts from, but I know a lot of the Alien franchise stuff, the guns, and all that kind of, even the headsets that they use to communicate with each other were from found objects, similar to what they did with Star Wars, similar to what they did with the first Alien. I assume that has something to do with it. But you can see the dome lens from like the old school TVs and screens and stuff like that, which is so cool. I absolutely love that. But let's turn the screen on and show you the functionality of this guy. Right, I had some trouble. Hey, you can see me. Hey. I had some trouble with getting the damn camera to focus. I really need a new camera. Hey, go sign up to my Patreon so I can afford stuff like that. I'm only kidding, guys. Do what you want, but if you are interested, if you do want to show your support, please go check out my Patreon. Anyway, so you can see that dome screen, you can see the reflection. It really reminds me of that movie Signs, where you see the dome screen in the background and then you see the alien standing there. It's a completely different Alien movie, but you can see the alien standing there like moving around. It was totally creepy, and you don't really see that today because most of the screens aren't such a reflective glass surface. So the trigger is on the side here. You can see my hand where it is there, and that's what activates the tracker. See, so this is the screen showing you the tracker, and then when you pull the trigger, that's when it activates the motion part of it. You can see the meters slowly closing in, which is so cool. And then it restarts. And then you push the button again and it will restart the same view of the tracker, which is really cool. But I'm not too sure how well the camera's picking it up, but the sound is very different. And I did not know it turns itself off, which is very handy. It saves a battery. I pull the trigger again and it starts working again. The sonic clicking, or whatever you want to call it, is very accurate to the movie, but the actual... that sound is very different. I'm not too sure how well the camera's picking it up, but the sound is very different to in-movie compared to this, which kind of sucks. I'm not too sure if it has something to do with the small interior speakers or something, but... and then obviously, before I carry on, you click it again, it'll restart the whole thing. The sound is very different to in-movie compared to what this is. I have no idea if it has anything to do with the speaker or anything like that, but the fact that it works, I can let that slide. I did watch the movie before doing the review to try and see more details to see how accurate this really is, and you barely see the tracker. But it is very important to the movie, the storyline, where you can see what's coming when you're using it, which is really cool. I think this is extremely overpriced for what it is. If I were to go all out and spend as much as this thing costs on something, I would want it to be perfect. But it is very cool. When I saw this for the first time, when it first came out in 2018, I was like, I want to get that. I didn't know much about it. I didn't know that there were electronics or anything like that, so I didn't bother with it. But now that I have it in hand, I'm very happy I do have it. It is very overpriced. I guess 20th Century Fox brand is what they really paid for the licensing and stuff like that, you know? And I will snap my fingers and show you what I am going to improve on. Alright, a few days later, and here we have it. It is complete now. I did what I had to do. I went to a convention, saw Michael Biehn, and he signed it for me. Oh cool, very humble guy, very sweet man. I asked him a few questions, but when I handed this to him, he said, yep, it's pretty much exactly what we used on set. And I was like, that makes me so happy. Again, I still don't know how accurate this guy is, but the fact that he said that made all the difference in my opinion. I think it's really cool. I'm very happy that I got this signed by him. I got a few other things signed by him, a couple posters. It's all done and dusted now. I don't think I would ever use wash on it or paint chips or whatever, purely because it's signed by him and I'm very happy it is. So yeah, that pretty much brings it to a close. Let's finish this video off. So there we have it, the conclusion to the video. Time travel for you guys. It took me a couple days to get this done. I'm really happy with it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like the video, comment on the video, whatever you guys reckon. If you guys met Michael Biehn yourself, please comment in your experience and I'll tell the rest of what happened in my experience. It was a very quick hi and bye almost. There was a few questions that I asked him and he answered, which was really nice. He's in Australia right now filming another movie called Rat or something. I'm not too sure what it is, but I found out when I went to go see him that he was in The Mandalorian. How sick is that? Hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe. There's a Patreon if you guys are interested in supporting me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and stay frosty. See you in the next video.